Drown out all these thoughts, I try to kind of things. If I take you to my past, you will be traumatized. Got 1,000 kids outside, is trying to come alive. 99 to gas your world.
But after I calmed down a bit, I thought about the decision that the department made, and soon my excitement turned into doubt. And that's mainly because I did absolutely nothing for the entire year. What are you laughing at? You see, I wasn't worried about small class tests and homeworks during the year because my focus for this year was to study for the Leaving Certificate itself. So I invested about 80% of my time studying for the Leaving Cert. So like class tests and homeworks was really the least of my concerns during this year. Which is why I'm so concerned about my predicted grades, because I'm assuming that's how they give you this predicted grades, is to look at how you did throughout the year, look what you've done, look at your class test results and everything that you've done during the year. So that's why I'm really concerned about this predicted grades. However, with that said, I am glad I don't have to do the Leaving Cert. If the worst comes to worst, I'll just have to repeat the subjects I didn't do well in this year, next year. Like, honestly, it's not as bad. But honestly, that is just my opinion. And obviously, there's a lot more people that were supposed to be doing the Leaving Cert this year. So what I done was, I contacted my mates and I asked them what their thoughts were on the Leaving Cert being cancelled. Now, everyone who is going to voice their opinions are current 6th year students. As far as I've seen, all news channels and radio shows only voice adults' opinions. There's nothing wrong with that, it's just the fact that we are the ones who are being affected by this decision. So the way I see it is our opinions matter more. With that said, let's just go and see what 6th years have to say about this. We got a video from Jamie.
Don't care.
And I also managed to get a video of Comrade MC.
What do I think of the cancellation of the Leaving Cert? Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's good. Don't need to do it. Can just play Minecraft, Fortnite all day. And
I also interviewed Machine Gun Kelly.
I am very glad that the Leaving Cert is no longer a thing, because now I can just sweat out on Fortnite with Adam Gray until September, and I also can watch my brother play Osu as well, since I have nothing better to do.
You want to read a bit louder? I don't think it's loud.
I am a sad loner with no appendix, definitely not being forced to read off a script. By the way, I brought back both MGK and Jam, so fuck off Jamie, you gay queer bag. This interview was filmed before COVID lockdown, so please stay inside and only make essential trips. Stay within your 2-kilometer something, and remember to kill yourself, Jam, for the win. Alright.
And after that, I guess people just weren't bothered sending in videos anymore, so I texted them and this is what they said. So Frank said, I should have stayed in my old school. I can guarantee a few H1s, not sure in the institute, because they will do class rankings. And then we have a comment from Jack Sherlock. I'm fucking delighted, mate. How could the prevention of illness and risk of death among youth be in any way a bad thing? It is simply the best possible outcome. Not only for our mental health, but for our literal physical health too. Our favoritism doesn't creep into the results, which will be evident if it does. Then it will be a perfect and fair replacement. So another person who wishes to stay anonymous says, it had to be cancelled because health is more important than a piece of paper. As long as teacher bias is avoided, I think predicted grades are the best way to do it, even though I think a major flaw is in fact that potential increase to grades noticed by teachers may not be taken into account. And another person wishes to stay anonymous as well, which I totally get, he says, honestly I think it's the safest option. There's less chance of putting ourselves and our families at the risk of getting virus. There's no perfect solution, but this would be the safest. I'm relieved the Leaving Cert is cancelled. So much weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I am happy that there is an option to sit the exams if you're not happy with your predicted grades. I feel like that's fair for the majority of the 6 years. And now we have a good friend of mine called Josh. He just says, I'm loving it. Then we come on to another person who wishes to stay anonymous. He says, I think it makes sense, but now I'm not too confident in my grade. And then we have Bada Bing Bada Boom, who just says not really. And now Abdallah says, I'm a bit relieved because the government is finally being open and honest. But I kind of wished we just had an exam. My future is now in the hands of somebody else, and that can end badly. Or it could end perfectly. But it's just the fear of the unknown that's driving me crazy. So we have another person who also wishes to stay anonymous. They said, honestly, I think it's better because they literally ain't letting us back to school, so how are we going to study for a leaving cert? So here is just a few more comments that people have sent to me after the video was completed. I am really not bothered filming me reading through them, so I'm just gonna pop them on the screen and you can read them yourselves. I'm really not bothered reading it.
I don't think that I can love you. 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 Hey, yeah. Shit's been changing lately, but it ain't caving lately. The sacrifices will push the man up.
But with that said, thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. That will help me out a lot. Thank you again for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Make it. If I got a chance, then baby, I'ma take it. All this liquor in my cup, now my mind is racing. Don't know what I'm chasing, but bitch, why you faking? Thought you wanted me, but you just want these payments. Just listen to me, you know just what I'm saying. I ain't got time for no games, so tell me why you playing. Looking at my watch, count the hours rolling by. Do it every night, you know that I've been on my grind. I can never get her all, she always on my mind. But you know what, I can't waste no time. I've been smoking lots, wrote my problems in some paper. I'm too caught up in the moment, I ain't thinking about later. He was talking down, but pussy boy is just a hater. But I'll be higher up than a fucking skyscraper. Don't know where to turn to, need a burner. Heart hurts, still learn the same person that I always was. The shit changing, I'm faded, things hanging, but these demons.
Like it's like the really narrow bit of it by the hedges. It's like a little hill right there.
It's not.
It's like covered by, so there's not a lot of wind in it.
I think I should do
Not
that.
like just down there. I can carry a bike across it if you carry the bike.
I'm gonna do something very risky. I'm gonna film in the middle of the fucking road.
idea. A very bad idea.
I'm in the middle of the road, boys. Look at me. Hashtag COVID lockdown for the win, boys. Woo! Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Large muscle,